Hello, people on it. It's I, a nerd named BT, here after so long without a video. And the video that I'm here with now is the ban list. Yay! I'm not doing any real fancy editing for this one because it came out much later than I expected. So I'm going to try to be doing this in one shot to get ready to go with my day because I thought this was going to be much earlier. Anyway, guys, yay! The ban list is finally here for October 1st, 2024. And immediately you can see it's going to be pretty good. First off, no new bands, nothing banned. Of course, nothing's going to be as amazing as Barrier Statue. But of course, we do have our first few hits, which is, first of all, Ryozai! Deity of the ship is Deity of the Seven Treasures Ryozai. An absolute menace to the format, giving all level 7s, including itself, and all face-down spell and trap cards with the ability that you control can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. And not only that, it has the ability to summon itself from hand, has been an absolute menace since its release. Being a part of many strategies, you can quite literally throw this into any deck that uses back row, and it will be basically just a complete nightmare. Its stat line, its effects, everything about it is horrible. Especially, and we even saw like a new variant of it, which actually topped the Galaxy Cup, which included Melody, because would you imagine a card that can summon itself for free, and a level 7 or higher monster that requires you to bounce a level 5 or higher monster to spin a spell and trap card would be pretty good. Now, of course, there is another monster in the series that does make this much, does kind of the same thing, technically, with summoning itself. Ryozai itself is the main problem of the card with its protection. Next to that, we have another new limited card, which is Jest of the Cosmos Princess, sending 3 cards to your hand to the grave, including 2 monsters, destroy up to 2 cards to your opponent's field, then your opponent has 2 or more cards, draw 2 cards. You don't need to play Yu-Gi-Oh! To understand the amount of card advantage this is. Like, of course, so if your opponent basically has like no board, then this is just like a free board wipe. You'll still have, if this was set the previous turn, you'll still have 2 cards, or you have 1 card in your hand. But we're currently in the point of rush where you can do quite a lot of stuff with 1 card. I guess a good example of this would probably be Secret Investigator, because you do have a Miscast, which I believe her name is Miscast. Mill 3, get back Mistake. Mistake gets back another girl, and then, yada yada, you get a bunch of extenders. So I'm very happy that we finally got a card, because we want to allow, since Ryozai is going to be pulled back a bit from being limited, let's also pull back the card that's going to be destroying a lot of the back row, which is going to be stopping a lot of the interactions. Finally, for our limited, we have Machine Inspector. Yay, a Jinzo hit. If you didn't know, Jinzo has also been very prominent in the meta currently. I thought it was going to be the menacing Jinzo that I was going to get. I was wrong. So Machine Inspector is basically requirement none. Each player excavated the top 4 cards of the deck. You can send 2 excavated machine or trap cards to the grave, and each player places the remaining cards in the bottom of the deck in any order. If you send a trap card, draw a card. So this is a way to get through your opponent's deck, and there's also a very quick way for you to get through your deck in order to set up your Menacing Jinzo, which basically revives one of your Jinzos from grave, looking at all of your opponent's deck cards, destroying trap cards, and then also leading to a lot of really good advantage. It's a really good setup card, and it lets you get a lot of good information off your opponent's deck, which is not really the full thing, but that is part of many reasons why it's going to get hit. After that, we had the new semi-limits. I'm going to tell you now, because if you know the OCG, they love their semi-limits. Yes, immediately you can see Obsidian Magician Soldier finally out from limited list, along with Mistake. If you were not here for Catrios format, bless your soul, Solitaire, bless your soul. So of course, Catrios is still very much limited. As you can tell, it's not on the semi-limited list. So this card coming back is pretty fun. So basically, what Obsidian Soldier does is a level 7 Dark Spellcaster, gains attack equal number of spell cards in your graveyard times 100. If you have 5 or more, it gains an additional 500 attack. Now, there are still many cards that would be able to support this, bring it back out, but when we don't have Catrios, that many copies of Catrios, the power of Obsidian Magician is a lot less horrifying now that we have a lot more control cards to be able to interrupt during your opponent's turn. Ignore the fact that we did just lose Ryozai to protect your trap cards from any type of shenanigans that Dark Spellcasters can be playing. I would say this is a very much a safe hit to be bringing off the ban list. I don't think it needs to be put at 2, it could have been put to 3, but, you know, for now, we'll see how it is. Of course, one of the things I'm really happy to see is a second copy of Mistake. The Secret Investigator deck did take a very big hit previously by losing both their extenders, so, you know, getting one of their extenders back to 2 from previously being limited is really nice. So you don't know, it's level 3 Light Reptile. When it's during turn, as normal special summon, excavate the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 level 3 or higher reptile monster from your hand to the deck, place your main cards on the bottom of the deck in any order. Very happy that this is back. A lot of reptile decks really needed this extender. The other one, I believe, Miscast. I'm going to assume that's the right one. I did not look into that name before this because I didn't think I was going to be talking about her that much. I'm perfectly fine with that staying off the list, but putting this at 2 might be a little bit better right now. I don't know if I want to say let's put it back to 3 right away because I want to see how the deck is going to be currently doing. Because, you know, don't give back all their extenders, but they will still have a bunch of tools. You know, one of the tools that they were using was Ryozai, because, you know, level 7 light. So, yeah, they could slowly come back at this point. If we continue to hit the other tools that light decks have, this is a good start. Finally, to your semi-limited list is actually something very much new to the ban list entirely, is Abysslayer Quintiamat. Now, I'm not too sure of why this card is realistically getting hit, because don't get me wrong, I know that there is still some level of representation for Dark Sea Serpent Maximum or Abysslayer Maximums. I didn't think that it was going to be this much of an issue to the point where they're going to have to hit something for it. But yeah, but either way, it's a really good card in terms of maximum support. This is arguably one of the more higher end, higher rated support cards for it. So it's a level 7 Dark Sea Serpent. Shuffle up to 3 monsters from your graveyard into your deck, including Sea Serpent, maximum monster, draw 1 card that excavate the top 5, add up to 3 excavated level 7 or higher Sea Serpents from your deck to your hand. Place your main cards on the bottom of the deck. So you can already tell that's pretty good. First off, it does replace itself. So depending on how you bring it out, would it be like Grand Extreme Tribute Summoning, it does get back at least 1 card, guaranteed, and then excavating 3, adding up to 3 level 7 or higher. Normally that's going to be maximum. That's going to be your maximum pieces. And you can do the top 5 cards of your deck to add up to 3 cards. It's pretty good. I'm going to be honest, I don't know how this is going to affect the deck that much. They do have a lot of tools, but having this consistent card be put to 2 is going to be interesting. I still am a little hesitant on how long this is going to last in here, but I assume maybe a little while, but we'll have to wait and see. Finally, for the Forbidden list, we have the Unlimits, which of course is going to be just Legend Magician, which was previously at 2, now it's at 3. So, if you don't know, we're currently getting a new card series called Legends, which of course is tied in with Legend Saber and Legend Magician, where, you know, it supports legend cards, which some of them are treated as legend cards. It's no surprise that this is going to come off the semi-limited list for previously. Legend Strike, I assumed, was going to go down to 1, but, you know, sure, we'll keep 2 copies of Legend Strike, the 3 copies of Legend Magician. That's perfectly fine, I suppose. Yeah. Because we are definitely have enough extenders to maybe make Legend Magician a lot less valuable, because comparing it to, like, quite literally every other card that does the same thing as it. But once again, yeah, if you don't know, requirement, none, excavate top 3 cards of your deck, send 1 excavated monster to the grave, shuffle the remaining cards in the deck, then you can add 1 legend normal monster from the grave to your hand. Very disappointing because none of them are treated as legend normal monsters, just legend monsters. Well, yeah, that's pretty much just the only card in this listing that's here for a selling point of a set. The rest of this is pretty much mostly just here for, like, balancing. These 3 specifically are here for balancing reasons. I presume the Abysslayer is also here for balancing reasons, but, you know, this is the only one that here is for direct product placement. Yeah. But yay, that's the new Forbidden Limited list for October. Yay! So I believe we're gonna get another one in 3 to 4 months as normal. Um, I don't know how the format's gonna change. I will definitely say we might get into more of a control-heavy format now that we lost some of the one of the better removal cards. Or another way to think about it is maybe a lot more aggro decks can be going in. Or, people might just buy more copies of Heavy Storm. You never know. No, I say that out loud now. That's probably realistically what's going to happen is like Heavy Storm prices are going to stack so high. But yes, so of course, 3 weeks or 2 to 3 weeks after the initial release of the ban list, so after October 1st, I will be releasing a meta update video. We'll see how this works out. Anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all are excited for the ban list. And I'll see y'all next time.